Alright, let me make sure. Alright. Let it refresh. It's working. Okay. Alright, we're back. Alright, I doubt a lot of people are gonna see this. A lot of people probably tuned off for the night, but I'll post about it after, so they can see my final thoughts. Um, you know what? Well, while we're here, oh, the desktop audio isn't even playing. Well, I'm gonna give that one. I don't know. I wasn't really vibing with that one. I think I'm gonna give it a drop. Ocean Way. It is a bonus track though, so makes sense. It doesn't really fit. All right. I say I don't think they can copyright this because now I'm just talking about it. So the Fall Off by J. Cole. Let's talk about it. All right. I believe disc one. Hold on. I'm sure Joe's like, yo, you got. Did you just get banned or is my YouTube bugging? Go on, probably copyright. Probably copyright back on. Alright, just letting some people know. I know my true fans are panicking. Alright, oh yeah, I was looking. So, the fall off. What do we think? I took a picture. Disc one, I had two drops and I put a dash for the interlude. And then yeah, so we got two drops on both discs. So two drops on both discs, and then like an interlude song. So I'd say there's 19 really solid tracks on this album. I know, I'm back. This is the overall review of it. So we got 19 really solid tracks on this album, plus like an interlude for the intro of disc 29. Only four drops, and those drops aren't even that bad. The quality on this album is through the roof. I mean, one sec, let me get. Uh, Could you imagine my computer going out of battery? It's at 8%, so. Just in case, give me 1 moment. Sorry for the sloppiness. So professional of me. My goodness, what are my fans gonna think? All right, now we got people. We got people joining back, getting a nice view of my butt there. All right, so cool. Literally called it. We got a Giat in the chat. All right. Um, yeah. So I think disc one, I think was really solid. I think tells there's definitely storytelling in both discs. I think disc 39 focuses more on storytelling. You got your late night drive vibes, really, really smooth, really calming production, and not a ton going on with the beats, but if you're listening, he's saying a lot. Disc 29, you got a lot more bangers in terms of like, throw them on in the car, get your head banging, stuff like that. I will say, I think both discs start out very, very strong. I don't think it dips, but from what I remember, my four favorite tracks are probably two and three from disc one, and like one and two from disc two. So they start off real hot, which is always a good thing with an album. You want to reel people in. So I don't blame him for that at all. Both the bonus tracks were cool. The bonus track on disc two was a little meh, a little bit slow, but they are bonus tracks, so I don't even really know if those are supposed to go on the album. They are bonus tracks. Um, Really solid here. I mean, J. Cole is one of those artists where he is a big dog for a reason. He is part of the big three for a reason. Is this his last album? I have no idea. I've heard rumors of that. If it is, well done on not only an astonishing career, but you ended it off on a great, great, super mega album. This album is very long, obviously. There are two discs, though, and there's a lot of storytelling. So if that's not your vibe, you might not like this as some other people. But in terms of quality music, it is really good. If you are a hip hop fan, you might not get this album as much as someone who enjoys rap. Rapping is literally rhyme and poetry. Uh, that's what rap kind of came from. And like the storytelling and the lyrics and the double entendres and the rhyme schemes, he's able to do whole songs off of one, like, four-letter suffix is crazy. Listen to part of the album and completely agree. The insane starts about this. Yeah, I mean, I still think the beginnings are the strongest parts, but the quality is there. This has to be one of the best albums of the year so far. I've now done almost every album that's dropped this year in terms of my interests. I've probably missed a few, but like in terms of all the albums that people have been talking about, this is pretty much we're almost done. We have ASAP Rocky tomorrow morning, and then we have Octane Friday. So I'm gonna go a strong 9 out of 10. Even though there's four drops, you still have 19 really solid tracks, and this is easily contender for album of the year so far. I'm not gonna spoil yet whether this is my album of the year. I will at the end after Octane give you a list of, you know, like after I'm gonna listen to the albums a couple more times before Friday and give you my list on kind of what I think because this is a first listen basis. So if you hear this and you're like, wow, he gave that a 9, or wow, he only gave that a 5. Some albums grow on me, and some albums I'm like, I'm insane. This is now a 7. So I'm gonna let you guys know how those kind of play out by the end of the week. Um, yeah, storytelling reminds me a lot of NF. I totally agree. I actually thought that at one point. I think in disc one, I was like, yeah, really solid. He does great storytelling as well. Um, but yeah, really, really solid album here from Jermaine Cole. This is definitely one I would check out if you are a fan of rap. If you're a fan of J. Cole to begin with, a lot of sick flows. The features were pretty good. Not the craziest, I will say. I think J. Cole's at his best when he's rapping. Um, just good verses, good choruses. Um, I think the choruses are really nice when he does that voice stacking thing. It helps his singing drastically. And yeah, I mean, I have very few notes. The ones that I dropped, I either wasn't a huge fan of the chorus, wasn't a huge fan of the feature, or some of his singing is a little subpar in only a few tracks. So, really, not a whole lot of cons when you have a 24 song album. That's really pretty light in terms of cons. So, J. Cole, well done. You probably have the best album we have done so far. There's been a couple of other 9s, but in terms of quality, and I mean, it's a lot easier to get a 9 when you drop 9 tracks versus 24. So to get a 9 out of 10 with 24 songs, 2 discs, a whole lot of storytelling, that is very, very, very impressive. So that will do it for today. Thank you guys for tuning back into this second live. My best guess, this also kind of makes me believe that like bonus tracks aren't really meant for the albums because I've gotten that before in deluxes. Um, that bonus track probably has a copyright strike thing on it. So that's why it got taken down. I think the rest of the stream is good to watch, so you should be able to watch it all the way up to the point it got blacked out. But I wanted to go back live just to talk about it so you guys could hear my review of it. So yeah, and it'll be right next to the part two. I just called it like ending, so you can see my final thoughts. But that will do it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're able to tune into both parts, amazing. If you're only able to tune in to one part, the other part is already on YouTube. If you missed some of this, you can go watch the rest as soon as this ends. It's posted in the live section of my YouTube. I really, really appreciate the support, you guys. This has been a lot of fun. It's going to be weird not going live every day, like once this is done. But we'll be going back to the videos, making them a little bit prettier, being able to edit some of the songs so they aren't as long. Um, and yeah, that'll do it for today. 9 out of 10. J. Cole, very, very well done. The fall off, very, very nice. I really, really enjoyed it. This will be in my rotation for quite some time. Leon Edwards, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in. Just finishing up my review. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm doing ASAP Rocky earlier. Like I'm talking in the AM. So be prepared for that. I'll post the exact time right after this on my Instagram at Bopper Drop Podcast. It's the same. You'll see the logo. Um, so yeah, we're doing Don't Be Dumb by ASAP Rocky tomorrow morning because I have an exam later in the day. I'm going to do it early so I can study a little bit before my test. But thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much. Killed the review. I really appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, I will see you next time. Whoa, let's back up a little bit. Never know when to end these because last time I cut it short. Sometimes you guys see this part of the video, so if you're seeing